Winnie the Pooh is the third best-selling Disney franchise. It is a beloved childhood character that most people grew up with or have some sort of connection to. Even if you don't have any relation to Winnie the Pooh, you most likely know it. It was first created by A. A. Milne as a bedtime story for his son, Christopher Robin. It was then later adapted by Walt Disney into countless animated films. Disney started the film series with the first release in 1966. After their first film release, more and more Winnie the Pooh movies came out. Planning for the ride began in the late 1970s. The ride was being aimed at Disneyland, but the Imagineers got busy due to the creation of Toontown, so the planning halted for some time. 7 years later, after a rise of popularity, the plans were finally approved, but instead of the ride going to Disneyland, it went to Disney World. Based off of the 1977 film The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the ride officially opened in 1999 on June 4th. Replacing Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, it was a straight-up hit. During the Fantasyland expansion, Winnie the Pooh was given an interactive queue. As soon as you approach the ride, you are immediately immersed into the world of Winnie the Pooh. When you get on the ride, you sit down on a honey pot, which has been engineered to move in a certain way at different points of the ride. Throughout the ride, sound effects appear, whether it's rain, wind, and sometimes even singing. Also, the ride plays out the popular story The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh with large replicas of scenes from the exact story. They use lighting to isolate the key parts they want you to see and leave the rest in darkness. One example of movement is when you start to bounce along with Tigger, as well as when you start to float through a flood. What is your favorite part about the ride?
My favorite part of the Winnie the Pooh ride was the motion simulator and how it felt like you were actually floating or bouncing along with Tigger.
Do you think the ride engaged all your five senses?
I didn't taste or smell anything, but like with the rain and the other sound effects, I thought that that was a good part of entering you into the ride. I saw multiple scenes from the story, and that is all. I didn't see any of the engineering of the ride. I just saw the result of the engineering.
The Imagineers drew us into the world of Winnie the Pooh. They immersed us into the ride with closing in the space and only illuminating the key components of the story. They used sound, movement, and visuals to make you feel like the story is playing right out in front of you. Even if you have never seen or read Winnie the Pooh, it is still a famous ride. Most kids will really enjoy it.